Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. If you're new to the channel, hello, hi, and welcome. My name's Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back and joining me for yet another live. I appreciate it. We have a lot of people in the chat tonight, so I won't go through all the names, but hello, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. We all are here to hear the news about Betty, Betty's Betty. But it is good to see you guys. I'll click through some names though. Hey, Mary Beth, good to see you. Hey, Ladybug, it's good to see you. Hey, Catherine, it's good to see everybody in here. Hey, Catherine, another Catherine. Hey, Shelly, it's good to see you guys. Hey, Chai. And if you had anything to tell me in the chat, if you don't mind, just say, hey, I had a comment, like put some little, what do they call those little bomb things in there, and then I'll be able to see it. Those help. Nobody never likes Betty. Man, you guys come up with the funniest names. I had to stop at that. Hey, Body, how you doing? Hey, Ball Place, how you doing tonight? Hopefully, you guys are doing great. We are one step closer to the weekend. I keep thinking it's Friday today. I've been like this all week, so I'm behind. I hate that. I hate that feeling when you're like you think that you're a day behind, or I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be doing and there's not. I'm supposed to be doing this right here with you guys. I'm supposed to be hanging out with you guys. So let me grab some of my notes up here for whenever we get to Betty. But I want to welcome everybody in. You thought it was Friday? Oh, me too. I thought it's bad. I was like, Vincent, you're almost off work. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, oh, whoops. But I want to welcome everybody in. I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys had a great day. If you are new to the channel, I hope you guys appreciate the case coverage. And if you do, hopefully you'll consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, all of those things. But we want you to hit one button, either hit, thumbs down, thumbs up, give us something here. Give us something. But I said this earlier, but I lied. I lied because here we are. But after tonight, I'm going to try to do all my Betty content over on my second channel, which is Unfiltered with Tanya. It's just a little more of an unfiltered side to me. And it's just a little more fun that way, to be unfiltered. But I will put the link in the chat throughout the live. So if you'd like to join the channel membership, I'll put that in the link in the chat for that as well. We'd love to have you, and it really helps the channel, and I appreciate you guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. But if you don't mind, just take a second, hit that thumbs up for your girl. So Betty was back in court today, along with Seth, his braid, and Tony. Because I'm giving that braid a whole life of its own. It's his whole person. It's his own person. I don't know who did the braid today. Someone probably in court. Maybe it was Betty. I know last time somebody did his hair in the courthouse. So what is he, Sarah Boone? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you guys got to see any of the clips. I've seen a few clips, and I'll share those with you. But if they could get further away from each other, they could. I don't think they could, and that was great. Like Katie was sat up front, Seth was more towards the back on the other side, and they were far apart. And I thought that was a good idea. I mean, you don't want no trouble. You don't want no trouble. But there's a lot to unpack. There is, but there's not. They had a 4-hour hearing today. So Betty got to speak. The judge got to speak to Betty to tell her a little bit about the First Amendment. She learned a thing. She learned some things today. I think she learned some things. I think, all the hair was crazy. Katie probably looked at him and was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I want to cut it off. I just want to cut it off. I don't get it. I think it's because it's like there was this guy that worked with my mom when I was a kid, and he started growing his hair out when he met his girlfriend. I don't know. But he had the skinniest little rat tail that just went down his back. And it was growing for like 12 years. So, I mean, it was pretty long. And I just always wanted to cut that thing. He is gangster. Sean Puffy Daddy, yeah. Well, I wonder where. So Betty's got a lot of court fines or court fees to pay now, and she's going to be grifted, but she's not allowed to grift. That's the thing. It's going to be crazy. But I wanted to go back in time for a second. Not that far back, just one day. So what Betty said yesterday, how she felt about, this court proceeding that was going to go on. And, I found this little clip and I thought, it's pretty ironic. Pretty ironic. Hey, Doodlebug. Hey, Jillian, baby. Welcome in. Hey, Austin. Good to see everybody. Good to see you guys. If you guys don't mind, take a load off. That's all I want to tell you. Just take a load off. Take a load off. Sit back. Kick your feet up. Stop cleaning or whatever you're doing. I always clean whenever I'm listening. So when I'm listening, I clean. Okay. So let's listen to Betty here.
And of course, my best friend and her grandchildren. I'm very nervous. That's all I got to say. Is this storm does have me a little concerned, and it really does frustrate me because I should be home with my family, not dealing with these lies from Sebastian's family.
Okay, so that's the first part. She should be at home during a hurricane where they told people to evacuate, right? She's saying she should be there in the hurricane instead of being in Tennessee because of their lies. I haven't heard one lie from them. Now, Betty's going to get caught in a lot of lies here in a minute.
This right here is taking me away, putting me in harm's way.
Putting me in harm's way. Like how? Like you have your bodyguards. You got Tony and Seth. What do you mean, girl? What do you mean?
There's a lot to say about that. I know these people don't care. They didn't even give a crap about their own damn son. So it's not like I expect them to care about me or my family. But I'm going to tell you what. This is what I'm going to tell you. After this stuff is over tomorrow, which it will be, because there is no possibility a court is going to let these lives go through and continue.
I'm going to rewind that.
I just don't tell you what. This is what I'm going to tell you. After this stuff is over tomorrow, which it will be, because there is no possibility a court is going to let these lives go through and continue.
She was true. She was correct. She was correct a little bit with that one because the judge isn't allowing the lies to go on any longer. He told her, act like you've never met them. This judge is serious, right? He's serious. And I wish I could have been in that courtroom, man. I might have to take a ride down to Tennessee for the next hearing because that's some funny stuff. Now, if it wasn't in a courthouse, because I don't want to get caught, I would totally buy some sort of brooch or something for Clue to wear so I could have a bird's eye view. But it's a courthouse, so I would never do that. Yeah, right, Aries? Stay away from Ohio and New York. We don't want you here. We don't need you. We don't want you. So I have been looking over her court case, and it doesn't say anything yet that I could find. This is the actual court hearing. They might not have filed it yet. It might not be till tomorrow. But I'm pretty, let me see. Hearing, yeah, right here, the order of protection. It doesn't say hearing result. It's going to say, granted. That's what it's going to say. We don't want her in Florida, Catherine said. I don't know if anybody that will take her, to be truthful. I told Vincent before, if I ever come up missing or something, something happens to me, shut this thing down, act like you've never met me, and run. Because they'll be at your mama's doorstep in 2 minutes. Especially JLR, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad if JLR was looking. He was out playing in the freaking hurricane. Don't know if you guys saw that. What? Oh my gosh. Did you see the the numbers he got from that? From doing the coverage on the hurricane? I'm about to move to Florida, y'all. Speaking of wait a second here, let me see it. Okay, wait, she wrote me. Hold on, sorry. It's family stuff, and you'll never hear me say that ever, like ever, ever, ever. No, my aunt wrote me. She said, "Hi, Tanya. We made it through okay, just no electricity." So I wanted to write her back because I was thinking, I was just thinking of her. I was like, wait, they were down right there with the tornadoes and stuff. So yeah, the dock is not updated. Okay, cool. So it's not just me. Okay, Rexar. Really, Scooter McBooters? Was he funny? I didn't get to watch all of it. I just saw like a clip of him, like looked like he was playing in the rain, and I was just like, he's a big kid at heart. I mean, he really is, And him and Magnolia, I think they make a nice little couple. Um, so that Betty doesn't know the first thing about the First Amendment. She screams out freedom of speech. Like, I mean, like she prints press passes, right? Like, it doesn't mean anything if you're not following what the amendment states. And there are clauses to the amendment. There are, things that you cannot say to other people. Like, you just can't do those things. So I looked it up. Of course I did. The First Amendment protects free speech, but there are some types of speech that are not protected, including true threats, incitement to violence, fighting words, obscenity, child porn, and perjury and blackmail. And she perjured herself today. Fighting words, she did that, and she did incitement. She did a threat. More than one threat. I mean, multiple threats. And then I heard the judge played the video of her chasing down Terry Bowersock. Yeah, to be a fly on that wall. Really. But they haven't added, like I said, they haven't added the fourth protection order yet, but it was granted. It was granted today. So she now has, I think she's the first YouTuber for this to ever happen. Maybe we can call the Guinness Book of World Records now, like SF wanted to get her into that. Maybe we can get her in for having the most protection orders filed on her and granted. They're granted. They're not just filed, they're granted. They're there. They're signed, sealed, delivered. She can't do it. So at this point, she is not allowed at all. Like, the judge was serious. She has got to cut it out. She cannot do any lives on Sebastian, no lives on Katie, no lives on Chris, none on the Bowersocks. Now, I don't know what the stipulations are between her talking to Seth. I guess that's fine. But I don't think Seth can talk about Sebastian because that would be a third party. Like, through you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I just know that she can't say nothing. She is not allowed to say a word. And if I liked clapping, I would do it. I hate clapping in a microphone. So we'll do these instead because it's a good day. It's a good day. You cannot go around saying that you are going to buy a GUN and then say, I'm not going to actually buy it. I'll have my subscribers do it. I'll start a GoFundMe for it. Like, those things are threats. You driving by their camper, having people do it, telling people to do it. I don't know if it's Sonya or what. It's one of these, troll people she has working for her, in her little group. But people were driving by the camper. That's scary. If I was if I was anybody like me, under any circumstance, that would scare me. I saw a little bit of B. Tim's. He was making me laugh because he was laughing so dang hard. And I should have clipped that part because Granny said something like, "Are you all right?" It made me laugh. I think someone actually did clip that. I might have to look for that. But somebody did clip a part of Cluminati's, where she's talking about, I think she's talking to Queen Bee, maybe. I'm not sure who she's talking to actually. But she's talking about what happened in court today because she was there front row center. Like you'll see her on the news thing. Like she was right in the front. She was with Chris and Katie. So I'm glad that they have people there that are YouTubers on their side, because then they can tell them the shit that goes down on YouTube. And I hope that they do anyway, because I mean, like, this is crazy stuff. This is crazy, right? Was it Kodo? Kodo clipped it? Okay. Okay. Don't let me pull it up. I couldn't remember who it was. And I love Kodo. So let me pull it up before I forget. Like, I just have it to the side. Let me see. Oh yeah. She sure did, because I watched it. And I'm like, wait, I watched it. I was watching anything I could, like, before I got on this live about it. So, okay, this is gonna be Cluminati. And like, this is a clip channel, so like they, do something to her voice to make it sound a little different. So if you're wondering, like, that doesn't sound like her, it is her though. You can see her here in a minute.
With the press pass, right? The judge was asking her attorney if.
I wonder if I can turn closed captioning on. There we go. I'll turn the closed captioning on so it's a little better for you guys. And then I'll take it back.
With the press pass, right? The judge was asking her attorney if, like, anyone then in Gallatin, which is where we were at the court, it's the town beside of Hendersonville. He said, does that mean anyone can print out a press pass and be allowed in any crime scene, just go over there and be like, official business, I'm press, right? Which we all know that is not how that works. So
that's not how that works. What do you mean, Clue? I got mine right here. Right here. See, now Betty messed up. Betty didn't put her get out of jail free card in there on the back. See, now I would just pulled this thing out, been like, there you go. Bye. See ya. I'm going to put Hartley's video in the chat too. So go make sure you check her out. She's really good at clipping channels or clipping like videos.
The guy was like, pretty much anybody, any citizen in America can be press, right? That is true. But in order to be like official press, there has to be credentials that back up your badge, right? Which she does not have. So they literally, like when I tell y'all they printed, you could see it, right? Because we were right behind her attorneys. And I could see them holding up the piece of paper. And it literally was like this press pass about yay long. It had her face on it. And the attorney was like, Miss Griffin, what is this? She was like, that is my press badge. And
my press badge.
And where did you get that from? And she goes, I made it. And she was literally up there, y'all. She's like,
I made it. She made it in that printer of hers. I wonder if she even used the nice paper. Like the thick paper, like the resume paper. Like I have that paper. Huh. Wonder what her press badge looks like exactly. I want to make a replica.
I'm an investigative journalist. It was so bad. And then they asked her about like going on the property. Had she like been on their property or whatever? And she's like, no, I never got out of my car. Well, then the video plays and the judge actually stopped and was like, but I mean, he said, did you put the flyers on the poles from the window? Did you like throw them out the window and they magically, like attached to the poles?
That judge is probably the best. He said, did you throw them out the window and they just magically attached to the poles? Betty should have been like, yeah.
He was like, how did you get the flyer onto the pole? And she was like, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I got out to do that. So at that point, he knew that she lied and he was pissed, dude. And then when he was lecturing her in the end, he was like, you know, when you make a statement after putting up all of these flyers in the neighborhood that, well, maybe they'll see his face now. I want them to see his face and shit like that. He was like, yeah, that is not investigative journalism. That is not reporting. You know what I mean? That is, you're going beyond the line. Like I'm telling y'all, he served her a dish this morning. He said, you said that your sole intention for coming to Sumner County was to help find Sebastian. I did not see a lot of finding Sebastian.
Well, no, that's because she forgot her snake boots, Clue. See, she was going to go search when she was there the last time because a subscriber bought her snake boots because she was scared of the snakes, I guess. And they're expensive. And then she forgot them, so she didn't go look. Like, you're not going to look at all, you're not going to post flyers, not going to do anything because you don't have your snake boots.
What I did see was a lot of legitimately what came out of his mouth. He said, you came here saying you wanted to help find Sebastian. I didn't see a lot of looking for Sebastian. It was a personal vendetta against Chris and Katie. Basically, what he said was, to you, these people no longer exist. They are no longer, to put it exact, a part of your world. She can't say shit. She can't do shit through third party. I don't know how that's going to work for the dream team over there, but I do know he absolutely said, you will no longer harass, stalk, and talk about these people on any form of social media. And that includes, well, everyone is saying about Sebastian. So here's the thing, right? That includes any minor children of the parties. Yes, legal fees. She has to pay their legal fees.
Which of these sisters has...
She said they're not going to silence the team. I'm trying to listen into the live. She's live right now. Can you believe this? Like, okay. Oh, I'm listening. That was one on emotional grounds, not legal grounds, she said. Betty, are you high? Lied on. What the hell's her shirt say? Plotted. They have a plan. They're going to execute the plan. They may need the assistance of their audience. Hold on. She said, we got to fight this now. We can't wait. We can't wait. Mary Beth, you were already a member, weren't you? What the? Were you not a member? Thanks for becoming a member, Mary Beth. I swear you were a member. Oh, I didn't even notice that you weren't a member tonight. I thought you were green. Oh, wow. Because I'd be like, Mary Beth, what's up? No, I'm just kidding. I would never. I would never. She's like, I cannot believe she's actually talking. Commentary. Okay, I think she's gonna ask for money. Because she's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We need our audience's help. What do you think that they need the audience's help with? Sharing it out? Nah. No. Not that. Never. It's going to be money. I'm calling it right now. Calling it right now. She's going to say, because all that other money went to the attorney fees. And can you guys help me buy a shed too? And a new mower? No. Betty, no. We're not. No one's helping you buy that stuff. And if she ever says, I wanted to jump through the computer when I heard this during the Quentin Simon case. Even if you just have $1, even if you only have $1 left, just send $1. Asking people to send their last dollar to her. I was air punching stuff that day. So she said they have a plan, but we'll listen to this and we'll see what her plan entails. But it's making me laugh. Okay. So this is the one of the news articles I wanted to show you. And let me put Hartley's video in the chat one more time. That was the video we just watched. So remember earlier today, we were talking about Bullhorn Betty. If you were in the live, you'll remember, but she said that there was going to be all this press there. We're going to have all this press is going to be there for me, blah, 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 right? Okay. Betty, wheel it in. You had one news station cover this whole thing. And that's probably because like they need something to cover, it's not because of you. And that news station is a local station, this station here, News Channel 2. I think it's WKRN or something like that. I can't remember for sure. But we'll watch this. And then also Dog the Bounty Hunter made a statement. A very immature statement at that. He still doesn't know what's going on.
Tracking a teen's disappearance is now barred from discussing the case.
It all started when 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared on February 26th. A month later, true crime social media influencer Bullhorn Betty began posting videos about the case. In July, Sebastian's mother filed an order of protection against Betty. The following month, Betty, whose real name is Andrea Griffin, was arrested for violating that order. All of that brings us to today.
News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry was in the courtroom.
Tensions ran high in the courtroom after the judge ruled in favor of the fourth order of protection against YouTuber Andrea Griffin. This decision comes a month after Griffin was last in court for 3 different order of protections filed against her. In court today, the defense attorney representing Griffin argued largely for her First Amendment rights. Griffin said multiple times on the stand that she never directly contacted Christopher, nor had ever met him. She did, however, state that she would visit his neighborhood to allegedly get a better understanding of the layout and put up flyers of the missing teen. And at one point, she also admitted to going to Christopher's place of work. Christopher also sat on the stand and claimed he felt threatened by Griffin. After a 9-minute video showing statements and a repeated pattern of actions by Griffin from her YouTube channel.
I don't know if you saw her, but yeah, there was I think it was Cletus too. Yeah, Cletus and Clue. So you got Cletus and Clue, then you got Seth over here, and then you got Betty. I don't know who these 3 ladies are. I thought Tony was there. Did Tony not go to the... Oh, wait, is this his bald head back here? That might be him back here in the back. But then you got Chris, Katie, of course, and then you got Cletus and Clue.
And a repeated pattern of actions by Griffin from her YouTube channel. The judge said she was harassing Christopher and granted the order of protection. The judge cited the creation of a t-shirt with Christopher's face on it and the posting of flyers with the alleged intention of gaining attention from Christopher as the reasoning.
States that she is an investigative journalist and that she reports on news and commentary. Somewhere along the line, this turned not into a pursuit to find Sebastian Rogers. It turned into a personal vendetta. It's interesting that you came to Sumner County to help assist in finding Sebastian Rogers, but there's been really very little testimony by you of what you've done other than harass Miss Proudford and Mr. and Miss Bowersox.
Yeah. Griffin is due back in court on November 20th for 6 counts of violating a protection order. In Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
I don't know what is up with my stinking StreamYard, but it's like rejecting my comments. So I tried to comment earlier about Quentin Simon. I don't know if it just like blocked my comment. I'm like, it's my dang channel. I didn't say anything about it. I said I'm going to cover Quentin again tomorrow because we covered. I want to cover Leilani's trial. They're doing jury selection right now, but I wanted to let you guys know that because your girl didn't forget. And we did. We covered him a couple days ago, and then we covered him like a month or so ago. I know, Carl. I know, right? In the Sunday overalls, I've been dying for a pair of overalls. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been looking everywhere. I want a pair of overalls so bad, like so bad. I would live in them. They look so comfortable. I had a pair when I was a kid. I'd even do the one thing, like one back and one on, be extra cool. Be extra cool. I know. I told her that we did before. We missed her. Oh, and then I don't know what I meant by it would be about time if his wife did, but that was my other comment. I was saying, I'm like, why is it freaking blocking my own damn comments? What's doing it to other chats? Celestial Sky. Oh, I haven't heard her say that. Oh, she can't say his name. I hate the stream sniper. That's why I'm like, okay. Oh, I knew it. We all called it. We all called it. They said they're going to blame. She said, B. Tim called it. Let him know. Let him know. He said, Queen, she's going to blame you for this. And now I just heard her say, it didn't even start with them. It started with the hate channels. And I know who she's referring to when she says that, So Elizabeth said my overalls are 25 years old. I love overalls. I cannot find a good pair. Well, I did, and then I didn't buy them. I don't know if they were good, but they looked nice. They're from American Eagle, but they're like kind of expensive. So I was like, I can get them. Maybe some were cheaper, and I couldn't. And then they were gone. They were done. But before we get started again with Betty, I just got to tell you about something. Y'all, most of you know, but I tried on a jacket the other day, and I can't get it out of my mind. I swear, if I don't get that jacket, I need it. And I'm like, I need it. So I think I'm going to get myself like a birthday present. Like when I get paid, and I'm going to get that jacket because I just keep thinking about it. I'm like, why do I keep thinking about that thing? I mean, I'm a girl and I think about jackets and I think about clothes and stuff, but not like that. Now there was a video I saw of what's his name? Sean or Seth, and he was speaking. But I didn't see it on here, so I'm gonna play it from Jay's because I know Jay has it, and then I'll play the one from Kodo because they're all really good. So I wanted to share this because I wasn't sure what this was about, and maybe you guys will know. But this is from Nick the Hat, and this was on his YouTube channel 4 days ago. And it says, shit just got real. When we thought we had tried everything, they went ahead and pushed the limit yet again. There will be an update in the coming days. To the person responsible, brace yourself. The eye of justice will always prevail. Like, does anyone know who he's talking about or what he's talking about? Or, is he on rugs? Oh, I thought of something today, Mary Beth. Now I can't remember what it was. I'll have to think of it again. I'm not picky. I'm one of those people that, like, if someone sends me stuff for like my birthday, I keep it till my birthday and I like won't open it early, except for like my purse. I open that early. I wanted to use it. So yeah, I don't know what he meant by this. He's just probably talking out his butt, but we haven't, and that's another thing. When Nick the Hat came on the scene, he said we were going to get daily, nightly updates. He did it for like 4 days. 4 days. Was the case too hard for you? Were you not getting the traction you thought you were gonna get because you came in 6 months late? And you thought if you had dog and this lawyer guy that's, like, super weird, you thought you could, like, come in and take over, and it didn't work? Because that's what happened. That's what happened. Now, Dog the Bounty Hunter, little son of a gun, rumors are true, dog cast coming soon. Well, we all know why he's doing this. He's trying to promote his dog cast. Is that his new book? It must be. Lovely. Lovely. And then here it says 7 hours ago, Dog Nation, stand down but stand by. The fuse has been lit. Then there's a fire, a bomb emoji, explosion, and a skunk. Oh, it tells you. That's so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love you for that, X. And then the law offices of Joseph Lisnick, because he's so damn professional, right? He's so professional. He had to comment and put a skunk. I don't know what I guess they are saying these creators are skunks. I guess, which I mean, there's a lot worse you could be, right? I mean, I would like to be a skunk. You spray people to get them the hell away from you, and they get away from you, right? I like to be by myself. And a boxing glove. Now, boxing glove to me is a threat. I'm sorry. I would take that as a threat. This fire and bomb and explosion emoji, I would take that as a damn threat. But that's just me. Now we got the wife going to go into the clothing business. Wasn't she in this video a second ago? Yeah.
We've been waiting.
Is this her? Yeah, she should not do that. I know, look at me every night, and I know I shouldn't judge because everyone that owns a boutique or a clothing business doesn't dress like it usually. But I'm just saying she shouldn't do it. I think skunks are cool too, Jay-Z. There's actually been a skunk out at our house. Like every time Vincent walks the dogs at night, it's out there. So you can call me a skunk if you want. I actually have one around me. No, don't call me that. Because, that wouldn't be cool. Beth would have never let dog be involved in this. Oh my God, that's the comment of the night. Right? Right? Beth would have beat his ass. He would have known better. He would have known better. He would have known better. He is grounded in Pennsylvania, yeah. And he can't do nothing. Only thing he could do is bother people that live in his state, like Granny's Watching and Barbecue Lady. They both live in Pennsylvania. So he went after them already, but I think that didn't go anywhere. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that. So, I don't know. I miss Beth too. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe something happened to Dog after she died, like maybe something mentally, brain-wise, chemically. They had a lot of children together. She did a lot for the business. I mean, she did everything. She was even the bounty hunter half the time. Yeah, he's scared. Yeah, but yeah, he's scared of Barbecue Lady. Exactly. Yeah. She might barbecue him a great meal. I'd be scared of that, Just kidding. Let me exit out of some of this stuff so it's not overwhelming me over here. Okay. Oh yeah, we were just looking at dogs. So let me see. Wanted to go over here and listen. Oh, okay. Oopsie. What's going on here? Okay. So Jay got this clip, and man, you can see that. I'm sorry that braid rat tail, whatever the hell. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun. I don't. I do. I would. If this was anybody, I would make fun of them. If this was my brother, I'd make fun of him. If this was my boyfriend, it wouldn't happen, but I'd make fun of him. So it doesn't matter who you are. I'd make fun of you. But you guys give me your honest opinion. You let me know what you think about it. I mean, it looks like he didn't brush it before they braided it. I'm not sure. I'm going to put this in the category of bad haircuts along with Jesse Vangs. It's a look, I guess, I mean, it's a look. It's a look. You think Betty and old Seth, maybe, they could be pals, pen pals. They both need somebody. I mean, just saying, like Betty would say. If you guys don't mind taking a second, hit the like button if you do appreciate the coverage tonight. If you appreciate my sarcasm, if you do and you would like true crime, we normally talk more true crime on this channel. But if you like true crime, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. We talk different true crime cases every night also.
What I heard today is that you're not allowed to have free speech. You're not allowed to sit there and ask questions, as somebody would say, the hard questions, and get an answer. Those are 4 scared cowards, in my opinion. And if they're going to try to take away one of my voices, they're going to have to get ready for my voice.
One of my voices? They're going to have to get ready for my voice. Seth, we were supposed to hear from you once a week on YouTube. Where the hell you been? It's been 3 months, brother. What do you mean, brother? Cheryl, that's what we're trying to figure out. I don't know who did this to his head, but man, I've never seen this, and I've never seen how they're feeding off of each other. They're literally feeding off of each other. They both believe these delusions. And look at his face. I mean, if he was looking at you straight on, his eyes would be bulging out of his head right now. I wouldn't want to see that face. Oh, did you hear about what Seth did too? Okay, so Cluminati said when they were talking to Betty and they said, protection order is granted, I guess Seth stood up, stomped out of the courtroom like a toddler. She said just like a toddler would. He big mad. Hold on tight, Betty. Yeah. Hold on tight, girl. Hey, maybe you can get 12 grand out of him. T-Rev did. I mean, technically it was Michaela, but Oh, wow. No chickens for you? I'm just reading the chat. He gets under my skin. I can't help it. I can't help it. So, yep, the judge approved the PO. She is not supposed. She's not supposed to be talking on him at all, but right now she is. Let's listen again for a minute. This was all conjured up by the hate channels. Okay. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Let's see what her shirt says. Lied on, plotted against, bullied, and still standing. Who the hell? Sonya, stop making her t-shirts. Get rid of the cricket. I mean, she's out of control. Okay, so let's watch where I think this is inside the news. I don't know if we watched it. We might have watched this one. I think we did. The one that Kodo had. Oh wait, no. Nope, it's a little different. It looks like it has them speaking in it, so looks like this one has Chris and Katie speaking in it. Oh, and let me throw Jay's shoot. That video was so quick I forgot to throw her link in the chat. So this is for Jay's for Justice's video. I don't know where she got that clip. I need to find that. I want to see the whole thing. I don't know if it was that much longer, but
well, the mom and stepdad of a missing boy just won a legal battle against a YouTuber who's covering that case. This all started when 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared back in February. A month later, true crime social media influencer known as Bullhorn Betty started posting videos about the Sebastian case. Well, in July, Sebastian's mother filed an order of protection against Betty. Then the following month, Betty, whose real name is Andra Griffin, was arrested, and that was for violating that order. So all of that brings us to today, where News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry is outside the courtroom after the judge ruled in favor of another protection order, and this is for Sebastian's stepdad.
In this temporary order of protection obtained by News 2, Christopher Proudfoot claims that Andra Griffin stalked and harassed him and his family. The defense for Griffin argued for the First Amendment rights of the YouTuber, saying she expresses only her opinion and has covered multiple missing persons cases in a similar matter. Griffin testified several times, saying she never initiated direct contact with Christopher or had ever met him. In response, the prosecution submitted a 9-minute video as evidence of Griffin's prior YouTube videos. In one of the clips, you can see Griffin as she shares her opinion, saying she indicated Sebastian's mom and dad had the knowledge of how to dispose of a body. She added she believes they may have had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance. It is important to note that law enforcement has not said any foul play was involved in the disappearance of Sebastian. Christopher took the stand next, saying he felt threatened by Griffin.
When your client goes to my job, my house, my campsites, yes, that is stalking.
On that, you
He was serious as a heart attack, and I like that.
just testified to, have you ever spoken or communicated with Mr. Proudfoot in any form?
No, sir.
Do you recognize him?
Only by interviews on media as well as alternative media.
Are you
And how about on the t-shirt you have made?
talking about your interviews or other
Other
interviews?
people, I've never met him in person.
Yeah, he wouldn't give you any interviews. That's why you don't like him.
After an almost 4-hour hearing, the judge ruled in favor of Christopher Proudfoot's order of protection. At this time, Katie Proudfoot and Sebastian's step-grandparents have all obtained protection orders against the YouTuber. Now, the YouTuber is set to be back in court on November 20th for 6 counts of a protection order violation. In Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
I mean, can you believe that? She's already live again talking about it. She's got how many people in there? 1,000 people in there listening to her. I'm not trying to listen to the whole thing, but I just want the good stuff. Because your hashtags could have you arrested next. Nah. So is Seth going to start going after people? But nobody hashtags. That's the thing. No one needs to. No one needs to. You know, let's be real. Queen Bee can go live and put her title as 2 periods, 2 dots, right? And people would go in there. She'd have 1,000 people in there. Like, she doesn't have to put hashtags. She doesn't have to put the name. They don't do it. They don't have to do it. But oh man, Betty. Okay, Betty. And if you guys don't mind hitting the like, thank you so much for being 138 good vibes. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so Seth is going to be the new earpiece. If Betty can't be, he's going to be. So what is the next protection order going to come out on him? Like, I mean, the judge ain't messing around. Who do these people think they are? That's what I don't get. Who do you think you are, Betty? You are entitled to nothing. What have you done in your life that makes you feel so damn entitled? Because I'd love to know. Because I really would love to know. Because you feel entitled for everything. You think the rules don't apply to you. You think the rules apply to everybody else, but not to Betty. Betty can go around and threaten and stalk and intimidate and go to people's work, can plant evidence in cases. She could do all of these things. She can stand out in front of someone's front yard for 30 days screaming at the top of her lungs. She can do all those things, and she never got in trouble for it. Now she is. And she don't know what to do with her damn self. She thinks it's all fun and games. It's just a game. It's all going to go away. I'm surprised she thinks that way. She went to jail. You'd think those 14, 19 hours that she said that were so hard on her body. Oh my gosh. Get out of here with that, okay? Betty, people have been to jail a lot longer than you with a lot more injuries than you have, and they came out and they was okay. You know, just saying there, Betty. I can't watch her unless I'm with you guys. Let's see what she says over here. We will not stop. This boy deserves to be found. Say his name. I want to hear it. No, no, it's not about the clothing. She's weird. Wow. She did say his name. We're Sebastian's army. We're Sebastian Strong. I hope they go arrest her. I hope they go arrest her right now. Is there a way to write the judge directly to the judge? I would love to write the judge. I would do it. I would do it. I would be petty like that and I would write the judge because this is so dumb. Like, she doesn't comprehend the law. Like, she says that she was a paralegal. I don't believe it for a second. She was probably the janitor at a legal firm. I don't know. I saw her stupid t-shirt. Oh man, I was lied on. No, you wasn't. I'm gonna start making t-shirts. I've been wanting to make them since we started the channel, like troll t-shirts. You know, like says something like funny on them. JC, yeah, we need his email because I'll write him and I'll say, sir, here's the timestamp. Like, this lady is out of control. Can you just take her off the platform? Can we just deplatform her? Because people listen to it. There's 1,000 people and they're listening to her bullshit right now. And it's just the same old regurgitated crap. Like, that's what I don't get. Most of these creators that are covering Sebastian especially, it's just it's all regurgitated shit because there's nothing new to cover. Like, I'll cover Betty, but we haven't covered Sebastian since the 18th because there's nothing new to report on. This has nothing to do with him, in my opinion. This has to do with Betty being petty. Betty being petty. Let me see what else you said. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I don't need a play-by-play of your. You haven't searched for the boy. She's trying to say that she. Oh, wait, is it over? She's trying to say that, like, oh, she's just doing the mostest. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Do you guys want to watch it? She just ended it. It's 28 minutes, but I'll put her on fast. But I'm pretty sure she's done. Let's see. Because it looked like she was like turning it off. Yeah, she did. So streamed 5 minutes ago. Go back. Oh, that's kind of scary the way she comes in there. Okay. I will, Cassie. I'll look for him. She should have learned. Yeah, right, Harley Ryder. She didn't. I kind of thought she did until she spit on the guy in Idaho. You know, the neighbor guy. Okay, we gotta speed her up though a little bit. Oh wait, the chat probably won't go though because it'll be too fast. So let's see. Let's see how fast she is with 1.5.
It's nice to see you.
Oh,
I know everybody's been very, very, very worried about me, so I know you're hearing a lot of bullshit from the hate channels.
I don't think anybody's went live on Betty tonight since her court hearing has been ended. Have they? I don't think.
There's a few things that I'm going to say. We're not
With
going to take
me.
a whole lot of time because I just got back. I've had a very long day, as you guys can imagine. And there's just a few things that I need to say to everybody that's out here that has been supporting me, has been supporting Seth's team, and has more importantly been supporting Sebastian. Today, we took a little bit of a hit, but it's going to hopefully be short-lived. We'll see how it goes. I will say that the corruption in Sumner County is a lot bigger than I had originally anticipated. All I want my audience to know at this moment is that we do have a plan. I don't want anybody worrying about me. We will be leaning on our audience here in just a little bit, and I'll let you guys know when that time comes. Hey, Ricky, it's nice to see you, my love. Nice to see you. I know everybody's been praying.
You know what that means?
I will tell you as soon as we walked into the
That means that she's going to ask for some donos. She's going to need the money.
Courtroom.
Oh, and you know what I find real fresh is how the people are saying, if you pay me on PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App tonight, I can get it tonight, and I won't have to wait. What is this? Freaking Golden Corral? We're not tipping out our freaking waitresses. I mean, what the hell are we doing here?
We knew we weren't going to get a fair shake. Literally popped right out of the mouth of babes. So we kind of anticipated this not being very good. I'm an outsider. This is Tennessee. We know how Tennessee rolls. We know that there's corruption in these small towns.
Oh my gosh.
We know that the politicians and the people with big pockets are the ones that pull the weight in there. And we know we have a construction company that works there and develops property. And in Manatee County, developers have all the politicians in their pockets, the ones that want money. They are beholden to their voters, not people that are non-voters. So there is, in my opinion, a political aspect to all of this as well. But my strongest message is that they're not going to take away my voice. They're not going to silence Sebastian's army. They're not going to silence Seth Rogers, his father, that's been fighting for him.
How long's she been on here? Under 5 minutes, and she's saying his name already.
And they're not going to silence the team that has been sitting here and working and advocating for Sebastian for a very long time.
Who?
This is a case
Who
that
you talking about?
on emotional grounds, not legal ones, in my opinion. And I believe that there is definitely corruption. We have found what we've been screaming.
Are we talking about Sebastian Rogers' case, or are we talking about Karen Reed? Because if I hear corruption one more time,
for, everybody always reaches out on every single case we cover and says, this town's corrupt, and we've never seen real corruption
never heard
in the
anyone
county
say
outside
that.
of, the typical political corruption of.
Hendersonville is one of the safest towns to live in, and no.
The county commissioners raising taxpayers, having their friends, the silos of cash of ours that they keep, all this other stuff. We've dealt with that. We've uncovered that in the past.
No, you haven't.
But this was totally improper, in my opinion. But long story short, it doesn't really matter what my opinion is at this point. All that matters is that we have a plan. We're going to be executing that plan. And again, we may need the assistance of our audience. And you guys know that when it comes to assistance, we have an uphill battle here. If we don't fight this, in my opinion, then anytime we go into a community and cover a case and we sit there and believe that somebody is responsible for a crime, we will not be able to say that. We will not be able to have our voice to say that our rights to have our own opinions, our government's trying to take away from us.
They're not, Betty. I already read over what you broke about the amendment. Okay, you need to learn the first freaking amendment.
So we're not going to stand for that. We can't. It doesn't matter whether people like my commentary or not. It's mine to have on my channel. It's the American way. And
that judge says otherwise.
And to be honest with you, I think that the ruling today was wrong. Now, what do we do from there? Again, I can't speak on the case any further than what I'm saying to you guys now, but I need you to trust and believe that there is a bigger plan out there, and we have a plan. And this is not going to be gone because a judge in a county says that a condition precedent, like proper service, doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to
She's saying she didn't properly get served when we all know she did.
B without A. Proper service is not something you play with, okay? You either have
She talked on this platform so many times about how she had that court date. She knew all about that court date. Betty, you know that your videos are out there, right? Does she think she's just talks into oblivion and no one knows?
proper service or you do not. It is not one that they can say, oh, well, you know, she knew about it and we gave her 24 hours or 48 hours to get here for it. That's proper service. No, it's not.
You had weeks.
So we're going to go ahead and work our butts off. We're going to find a way to continue to keep Sebastian's name alive, even though there is people out there that would love nothing more than this child's name never to be said and would love nothing more than this child to be swept under a rug so they don't have to pay the consequences of their actions. And they lied under oath.
Betty, you know how dumb you sound? You think that Katie took Sebastian outside of the house in a freaking pickleball bag, threw him in the back of the car like a damn freaking pickleball bag. But you fail to think that there might have been a camera that would have saw Katie's car, right? Like I could see somebody leaving out the front door in all black and a camera not picking that up. I could definitely see that. But a car leaving, Betty, and then coming back, don't you think that somebody would have saw that in the neighborhood, since all of these neighbors see so much? They see through their windows. They know when there's shadows walking through the house. They know when they're turning off lights and turning them on. You think for surely they would see a big old pickleball bag on the back of Katie's back?
Oath and utilized a court system improperly with the
gets me
help
fired
of
up.
a law enforcement body and a judge. This didn't start with those people. This started with the hate channels. This was all conjured up by the hate channels. The hate channels are the ones that did this. Okay, let's make no mistake what they think they've done. It's not going to stop. As you can see, the beautiful shirt that was made for me.
Oh!
I was lied on, plotted against, bullied, and still standing. That is the Bullhorn Betty way. That is absolutely the Bullhorn Betty way. And
is she wearing shorts? I would never. I mean, I would never do that to you guys. I have on shorts right now, but they're like those ones that are like, you can't even see them, but they're like spandexy. You know, so like if I were to be sitting like Betty, because I love to be sitting Indian style, I love that little way of sitting. Man, Betty, put your drawers on.
And we are not going to.
Okay, we're doing a fundraiser. We got to get Betty some pants and a bra and a therapist.
You go without a fight. We'll see where this goes. If hashtags are what is needed to throw somebody in jail this day and age.
Oh, it won't let me see the comments because it's directly after the live. It takes like an hour for them to load, or I would love
last
to.
Person on this
It'll only show
platform,
the last
945 people in this chat right now are in jeopardy of going to jail.
She disabled it.
That's what that judge just said today. Okay. So you need to think long and hard because your hashtags could have you arrested next.
Nah.
Your opinion about parents being responsible for the disappearance or unaliving of their child, you speaking that out of your mouth, could put you in jail here in America. This is a very slippery slope. And this is a very slippery slope that county conjured up. That county, that so-called conservative
Someone
county
needed to
conjured up. So we are going to still fight, not just for my voice, but for Sebastian's voice, for Seth's voice, for Tony's voice, for all the victims' voices out here that are victims of these hate channels. We will not stop. This boy deserves to be found. We have a right to believe what we believe. We have a right to speak in America about our thoughts, opinions, and criticism without obstruction from our government.
I wish you'd shut your mouth.
Without obstruction from our government, or our government telling you what kind of shirt you're allowed to wear or what kind of words can come out of your mouth. And that's what that judge told me today. That he's upset about my shirt that I wore. My First Amendment right to clothe myself.
I'm sure
I
he
want you guys
didn't
to
say
think
that.
about that. And I want you guys to think about that very long and hard, that a judge, one single judge, can judge me and tell me I shouldn't have wore a shirt. That is a violation here in America. Absolutely a violation here in America. I have a right to clothe myself. I have a right to put any damn shirt on that I choose to put on. If my
No, you friggin' don't, Betty. If you went into court wearing a shirt that said Marlboro across it, the judge would make you leave and reschedule you. He would say, you're not wearing that shit in my courtroom. There are ways, there are things that judges can say. So, Betty, please go take a law class.
audience sends me a shirt and I choose to wear it, that is my God-given right here in America.
Can someone make me a shirt that says, shut it, dum-dum?
My God-given right.
Just saying.
As you guys can see, I'm a very strong person. I will continue to be a strong person.
She's a
My
fair
rights were
person.
violated. My rights were violated. And you could be next. We are going to put an end to this violation. This very significant violation.
I swear I'm watching shit about the Karen Reed case and Betty all at the same time. Because people say that in Karen Reed's case. Anybody could be Karen Reed. No. That's untrue. Because I don't drink and drive. Just like this is untrue.
Of law, not just for me, but for other.
If you're, I mean, all you have to do, Betty, is not threat. Just don't make up all these allegations against these parents that are untrue. That's all you have to do. Just shut up about the case for a minute. But you can't. You didn't even. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at 10:30 at night, and this was at 10 o'clock at night.
Other people that might be in my shadows.
Same
in a
day.
year, in 2 years, in next week. Next week. We are Sebastian's army. We are Sebastian strong. We forge ahead. That's what we do. We support the creators that are supporting this boy and are supporting his father, no exception.
And you know who those people are, right? The grifter channels. The grifting channels, all of them are, they're all wanting something.
No exception. People can watch me all they want and they can talk crap about me in their own chats. They can plot against me. They can threaten my life. They can dox me. And then they can turn around and lie under oath and say I did it to them. That is a shame. Process, service of process is not an option. Okay? Proper service is the only way to go from point A to point B. Without point A being done, you cannot go to point B. And that's what that judge did.
How many times did we hear her talk about how she had to go to court? And nothing's going to happen in court. You got properly served.
Jumped over A to get to B.
And why is she doing her lives like this now? I feel like she's trying to do them more like, I don't know, JLR or something.
So I just want everybody to know.
Other than he wears pants.
Thank you for your love, your support, your prayers. I know a lot of people felt down, and it was just like the day that I got arrested. People were crying around me. And like I said, we've got to go through this walk. We are going to go through this walk.
People
and we are
crying.
going to see the fruits of this labor down the road. But this is a walk we as Americans must go through, because if we don't, somebody else will be next. Somebody else will be lied on and be allowed to be lied on without any due process whatsoever. A clear violation of law. So again, that's just my 2 cents. That's why I feel the community in the county there is corrupt. We do have a plan, and that is my statement related to this action. We will no longer be discussing any type of legal stuff. When you guys see me or you hear me come to you and say, hey, you guys, we're going to be going to court on XYZ day. That's when I need my people, if you can, and you have the ability, to show up and support the effort. But from this point forward, we're getting back on track. We're going to be advocating for this young boy. We're going to be strumming up leads. We are going to keep those leads out of that county. We're going to give them to the FBI. If they want to filter them back down, they may. But we are done. They don't want our help. We'll go out and find this boy ourselves. Clearly, they're not getting off their duff to do it. Okay? No searches. God knows what's going on in this case. Heck, I even talked to the person. Remember on...
They just searched like last week.
When August 22nd, it was the hearing I wasn't properly served for. I did not attend. I did not
No, you were, yeah, no, you were.
have time to even drive there or make arrangements to get there first and foremost. Okay. But that
Arrangements to get there. What do you mean? You take your dog to your mom's, Betty. It's not like you have a man or kids. I'm not saying anything's wrong with, I'm not saying like that in a bad way. I'm just saying it's not like she has like a family at home where she has to get them all taken care of before she can leave. She can literally walk out the damn door and leave anytime she wants to.
that hearing, there was a group of ladies that went down to the sheriff's office.
And then she has her subscribers pay for it.
I met one of those ladies this evening. And when they went down to the sheriff's
I ain't never seen money like these creators have. I ain't never seen money like that. I mean, on this app.
office, they asked specifically.
It's amazing.
Bureaucratic.
They're
Those
good at
ladies
what they
asked
do.
bureaucratic. If you have, if you're further along now, thank you. Unknown Ghost, God bless you. We were told that they went down and asked for bureaucratic and just simply asked them, are you further along today than you were on February 26th? You know what he asked them? Are you a resident of this county? So clearly they don't feel that they serve anybody other than the people of their county. And that is going to be key. And that is going to be critical. That is going to be key. And that is going to be critical. You won't answer a question unless it's a taxpayer or a voter.
What are you talking about?
Right. So this was very, again, obviously I'm upset about the ruling, but I'm also confident that it emboldened something a little bit bigger that will be good, the silver lining of all this. And, you know, we live in the world.
Yeah, people will know not to be like you, Betty.
World of silver lining. So we're going to take this as, you know, we're very religious here. We believe in God. And we believe that
She's lying. She's lying right there. Is she trying to be like, you know who? With the holy moly, I'm a God-fearing person, but the every other word is a cuss word. I'm sorry, but if you got to tell people that you believe in God and all of that, right? I'm sorry, but you need to take a step back. And people really need to look at these people. Because I'm sorry, you shouldn't have to explain your relationship with your God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get on here and be like, hey, you know, before I came on the live today, I prayed.
we have to have faith in the process, and we have to have faith in the path that we are meant to walk. Whether we like walking the path or not, we have to walk a path. This is a path that wasn't, that I didn't lay out. This is a path that God has laid out for me. And so,
blaming God. She blaming God now. She said God made, she blaming him.
So because of that, we have to walk down this path.
Because of
and I
God.
think at the end of this path, because God has never let us down, not once, it is going to be better then than it is now. And we have to look forward, not backwards. So for all of my supporters, all of my love, everybody that's here to support this young boy, we're going to continue. We're not giving up on him. We're not giving up on his family. We're not giving up on his father. Everybody has given up on this boy. It even sounds like law enforcement has.
Nobody's given up on him.
So we are going to be Sebastian Strong, and we are going to support his father and what his father is having to go through with these yahoos. And we now understand why he absolutely has disdain for Sumner County. We have a good reason why he does not like them. We now know the exact reason. We now watch how they act. We have a corrupted county.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, just a limb. And I'm going to say that I don't believe that Seth Rogers has a job anymore at the sheriff's department or whatever, the jail. Because if he did, I don't think he'd be saying this kind of stuff.
That panders to voters and money and fails to uphold the law. That is not a law and order community. It's just not. So what were we going to do? Hopefully correct that ship. Okay. Hopefully that ship will be correct.
Can you stop moving your
But
hands?
just
so
know
much?
we do have a plan. Just know that we are going to continue to stay strong. We are going to continue to advocate for the missing. We're going to continue to do great work.
She said she's going to start covering Leilani.
And we are going to figure out the path forward. When I need you, I'm going to call.
I'm going to say it right now. All those creators are, because they have no content for Sebastian anymore. It's so dried up. You can only go over the same interview 15 times, 16 times, 20 times, before it literally gets old. So instead of keeping up with that case, ever since Quentin died and sticking up with, her going to these different hearings and stuff, they're just going to jump in right now.
Call on everybody to step up to the plate and help. Okay. This is not going to be a small task, but I do believe in this community. I do believe that people know that this is a very slippery slope. And whether they like Bullhorn Betty or not, they're going to be supporting this because this is a clear violation of the First Amendment. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to another TikToker, because the court, this particular court, does not think that what I do is investigative work, investigative journalistic work.
It's not. You lost your credentials.
Whether I'm media or press doesn't mean that I don't have a right to vocalize my opinion. Just because I'm not like mainstream media and can be controlled by the government or a board of directors doesn't mean I don't have a right to my speech.
You're controlled by YouTube and what you say. You were censored on here, you dummy.
But again, the judge has ruled. They're going to be trying to make this bigger than it is. Let them. We don't argue
they're
with
not.
idiots. Let them run the stories that they're going to run. Let's just stay off their channels. Let's just stay off their channels and let's get focused and get right. We've got a lot of work to do. We got a lot to do for this child. Those people.
Wonder what she's going to ask for. Wonder when the money. When are you going to ask for the money, Betty?
More time on me than
How
searching
much you
for
want?
a young missing boy.
How much you need?
That is a
10,000.
shame, and it's disgusting. And shame on a lot of them.
Shame on you.
On a lot of them. That
Shame
is my
on you,
message.
Betty.
So you guys have a wonderful night. Understand that Bullhorn Betty does not go out.
Every time she says she's going to get off here, she never does. Look, she's got another 20 minutes or something.
Strapping for everything. We are scrappers here because we have to fight for victims and we have to fight against evil each and every time we cover a case. This is not a comfortable situation for me, but we knew I was walking into a lion's den. We've said that for weeks. We said that for months. I was hopeful that the judge would do the right thing. The judge did not. The judge did not. Because he thinks it's an elective process, whether service of process should be done properly. And that is a critical and fatal flaw in my opinion. But we'll see where everything goes. We will not stop fighting. And guys, this may not be the last time I break out in handcuffs, because that corrupt county, wants to shut me up. They don't want Sebastian's name being brought up. They don't want Sebastian being found, even though they're sitting on their hands. They don't like being made look foolish or like they did something wrong or failed to act. I criticized them and they tried to throw me in jail for my criticism of that community and of Tennessee as a whole. You guys know how I feel about Tennessee, and they tried to silence me.
Had nothing to do with Tennessee.
That is, in my opinion, not
You're
what America's
rich.
about. And I hope to God that whatever plan we have is successful. Who knows?
What's the plan?
I have no earthly idea whether we're going to be successful or not.
She has no earthly idea of what the plan is.
I feel like we have a good plan. Any questions that I can't answer? By all means, throw them out there. I can tell you that we were all a little we were exhausted by the time we got out of court, and then of course it drug out because people wanted to, we went out to eat, and that kind of went on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. And
oh, who did that? Someone drug out dinner.
So after we dropped Seth off and got back here, as you guys can see, I just got out of the shower.
So she went to eat. She went to court. She went to eat with her buddies. They probably had a nice steak dinner, hamburger, chicken sandwich, whatever, nice warm meal inside of a restaurant. And then she goes back to her hotel that her subscribers paid for, gets to take a nice hot shower. I love me a hotel shower. nice shower, and now she's in her comfy clothes, getting ready to go to bed. Where's the searching for Sebastian? Get a fucking Happy Meal at McDonald's. You can get the little crock toy, eat it on the way to go search for Sebastian. I mean, this is ridiculous. They say stuff about Katie and Chris dropping off flyers to a Harley's shop or whatever. They can't go drop off flyers, but she can go out to eat every night. Every night, I'm hearing about her eating somewhere. Every time.
I just walked in.
Because they just went to eat at lunch yesterday. Her, Steph, and Tony.
I haven't even been here for however long it took me to pull the phone out, listen to a meeting, take a shower while I'm listening to a meeting, and then get out. I'm supposed to be
a meeting. What meeting were you listening to? A meeting. You were listening to someone's YouTube channel, probably Queen Bee's Live.
In another meeting, but I ended up coming here because I didn't want people thinking that, you know,
she was supposed to be in another meeting. Like what meeting, Betty? Where? What job do you have that you require a meeting?
This did something. It didn't. The only reason why I haven't been on here is one,
Zoom calls with your mom is not a meeting.
And with a whole group of people for hours and didn't have time to break away to do a live. And two, I couldn't break away to get a live. This is my first opportunity to do whatever I'm going to do. But I can tell you they're going to be looking to try everything they can to blow up the phone, to brigade that county, to brigade that DA, and try to have me arrested because they don't care. They don't care about this kid. All they care about is the smear campaign on Bullhorn Betty. And so we're going to lock it down. So hopefully I'll be able to speak about those people. Okay, the criminal enterprise, so to speak, which consists of 4 individuals. So when I am referring to my criminal enterprise, you know, it is a criminal enterprise. So
it's a criminal enterprise because they got protection orders granted. The judge granted them. The judge is not biased. You haven't even said anything about the judge or nothing. You didn't say nothing like that. So, you know, Betty, he looked at the evidence. There's video. And he said, you're lying to me.
Done this before. They were never successful before. But I don't think they threw as much money or as much of their
no. Katie filed and got a DVRO on Seth.
Family privilege around a county like they have with me. They can't do it for their son, but they can do it for me. So we'll see.
They did. There was bruising all over that boy.
How everything goes, I don't know. I love the shirt too. If you guys would like a Bullhorn Betty shirt, please reach out to Sonia. She's got these, and I think you know what, actually, Sonia? Oh, you did. AKA Bullhorn Betty. So it has my name on it too. So if you guys would like one of these shirts, please reach out to Sonia. And I can tell you that every single bit of your money goes to a good cause. She has a small business, but I can tell you that of all the shirt companies that I have ever ordered shirts from, I have never received a flyer for a missing kid. I have never received a band for a missing.
I was going to do that with my merch, actually, when I started selling merch on this channel. I was going to put missing flyers in there. I didn't know that Sonia did that.
Kid, I've never seen any shirt company advocate for any type of victim of crime. Sonia does. She sends her shirts all over the country. And guess what? There are missing people and missing person flyers in just about every single one of your orders. Now, does she need to do that? No. Why? Because that's overhead. That's what you call overhead. That's what you call money you're not going to recoup.
Do you know how much it costs to print out a piece of paper with a flyer on it?
Back. Okay.
Companies can afford it. I own one. Come on now, Betty, get the out of here.
She could sell the shirts all day long without doing a darn thing to help. But she doesn't. She doesn't. So we're going to continue to move forward. We're not, this is just a little mild speed bump in the road. Look at it like that. Okay. Just a mild little speed bump in the road.
Little minor speed bump.
I am working with a very good legal team that consists of multiple attorneys, and I'm going to trust their guidance. Okay. I'm going to trust their guidance, but just understand we do have a plan. Okay. So I want everybody to go to bed tonight, not sit up, not worry, not toss and turn. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't want you doing that.
I'm trying not to laugh really hard right now, and I'm trying not to cry because it's funny. She doesn't want anyone to toss and turn tonight. You know, she's okay, guys. Don't lose any sleep because of Bullhorn Betty. We wouldn't want anyone to lose any sleep.
Just understand.
Let's listen to that again.
Okay. So I want everybody to go to bed tonight, not stay up, not worry, not toss and turn. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't want you doing that. You know what I want you to do? I want you to close your eyes, knowing that this is in God's hands.
I'm going to close my eyes knowing that you have 4 POs against you and you in big trouble, Betty.
And that we will prevail. Okay. There's a good plan. We're going to execute it well.
Oh, they're all together. Maybe it's a plan with all the extra creators too. They're all going to do a big grift together.
This is not the end.
Super grift.
This is not the end to my mouth. This is not going to be the end to me being able to cover a story in front of their freaking house. This is not going to prevent any of that. This is just a mild speed bump that we must go over. And then once
she doesn't go back in front of that house,
we've got a long highway ahead of us. We've been doing this for a long time. We have prided ourselves on not breaking the law. I didn't break the law. Other people broke the law and were rewarded for doing so. And that's a damn shame. So trust and believe, trust the process. We all have to go through it. Until you see me up here crying and boo-hooing, go to sleep tonight, sleep peacefully, and know that God's got this. Okay? We have faith. We have belief. This is not the worst thing in the world that could possibly happen. As a matter of fact, I think this is a silver lining that's going to hopefully be a much better result once we get to that highway.
I hope that this is the first of many creators that get taken down whenever they do stupid crap like this online.
So that's what I'd like to convey to all of you. But please, please, please keep the faith and do not listen or engage in all that nonsense because they're taking a victory lap. And I'm hoping that victory lap is short-lived, but we'll find out. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you.
You know, they're like predators. Really. These channels, they prey on the vulnerable.
Just know we're here. We're going to keep fighting. This
We
is
love
not knocking
you.
down. Don't think it has.
We think you're
They know it hasn't.
beautiful.
Everybody knows it hasn't. They haven't had a victory in a while. This was a minor victory.
Last night, I have the clip. I heard a creator actually tell, this is good. This is real rich. This is going to be good. She pulled up a comment, like I have Tina's here, but say Tina was an avatar. Say she was an avatar. This wasn't a real, a real picture. And the creator talked about how beautiful she was because she sent a super chat. You're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. It was an avatar. An avatar. Like, are we on rugs around here?
Okay. This is not, this is like if we're doing baseball. Okay. I don't know shit about baseball. Somebody in here probably knows a hell of a lot more than I do. Okay.
Well, I know
this is like hitting the ball and making it to first base. Okay. There's still 2 more bases in home run plate.
You hit the ball to first base, you're out. What do you mean, Betty? You hit the ball towards first base. The first baseman, if he's good, I used to play first base. It's going to roll to them or whatever. It's what? I'm going to hear that again.
Knows a hell of a lot more than I do. Okay. This is like hitting the ball and making it to first base. Okay.
Or maybe she means hitting the ball and making it to first base, actually like making the plate. I think that's what she means, making the plate. I think I got that wrong.
There's still 2 more bases in home run plate that you have to get through before you get the point. You see what I'm saying? So they're on first base. We're looking to hit the ball out of the park. You see what I'm saying?
I would like to say that they hit 4 home runs and your batting is bad.
So let's get up there and let's bat swing. Okay. I love you guys. God bless you. We will be back once we get some a little more directive from the attorneys. We'll figure out how we're going to conduct the show because we're right in the middle.
You know what I think? I think that she doesn't know what to do because she has no money for her attorneys. So she doesn't know what the next course of action is because she doesn't have an attorney. Like, really. I think she might have an attorney, but she needs to pay them more.
Interviews, horrible interviews that really paint a negative light even though they're not my words, they're somebody else's words. Those somebody else's don't want their words splattered all over social media when they were already splattered over social media for the last 6 months. So once I get through this process and figure out what I can and cannot do, then we'll adjust the channel accordingly. So let the attorneys give me some guidance once all the orders are over there, because at the end of the day, it matters what's in the orders, how the orders are written. These were boilerplate orders, so we're in good shape. That's all I got to say. God bless you guys. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Understand this is Sebastian's army. We're Sebastian Strong.
She has said his name probably, what, 30 times? Yeah, she has to pay the attorney fees. Yeah, I don't know how she's going to do it. Yeah, she got ordered to pay them all. Yeah, Helen, yeah. So it's like, you're going to need money. And I know that's what she's going to do. I know that's what this is going to I know that's what she's going to do. And I don't know how they do it. I mean, I do, but I don't. My body, my mind cannot go there. Like, no. How's she going to get herself out of debt now? Yeah, right. Court fees, attorney fees, her shed is broken. Yeah. And her entire house. Yeah. Her house looks like it's from the 90s, 80s. Like she hasn't updated anything. Like not even the pictures on the walls. Like, yeah, Rocco, that's what she's going to do. And they'll give it to her. Don't do it, guys. If anyone's listening, I don't think anyone in chat would, but if someone's listening and they're thinking about giving Betty money, even if it's $1, think to yourself, just say no. Save your $1. Every time you think I'm going to give her $1, just keep it, and then keep your little nest egg. You'll have some money set back before too long. Her house is broken like her soul. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to her. Oh, thank you, Shell. I appreciate that. It has been a while. It's good to see ya. I put makeup on tonight. I've been doing my makeup differently because I'm trying to figure out how to do my makeup for this wedding, but I didn't do anything on my eyes, just my blush and the other stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Carl, I miss the 80s and 90s too. I do too. Like, I would go back. I would go back to the 80s and 90s. I was born in the 80s. I don't really remember the 80s as much as the 90s, but definitely was a 90s kid. Oh, thank you, Shell. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Rocco. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. You're so sweet. I have a wedding Saturday, so I'm trying to be prepared. I'm so prepared. Oh, speaking of preparedness, I got so prepared that I went to this vendor and I bought a bunch of earrings, and I forgot that I did that. And so they came in today and they're so pretty. I have so many though. So many. So I'm going to set up a display and then I'll take pictures and I'll put them on the boutique site. I own a boutique, so I'll put them on there for you. They are gold. I'm in my gold era. I want everything to be gold now, so. I miss living in St. Country. You like the 70s? My mom said the 70s were pretty great. 60s, 70s. 70s, 80s for Faith. I bet the 70s were fun. That was like free love and everyone was in a good mood, I feel like. That was just like more of a, like the hippie movement. Well, thanks. Actually, I got it at Target. It's Elf, and it's like the kind that you could just you could do all kinds of stuff with it. I think you could use as lipstick, blush, eyeshadow. It was only $5. I was like, okay, that I can do, because I buy a bunch of makeup and then I never wear makeup. That's what I do all the time. Not all the time. Like once a year, once every 2 years, I'll do that. I'll buy like really nice makeup and then I just never wear makeup. I stopped wearing makeup on lives because Steve told me I looked pretty without makeup one time, and I was like, bye makeup. Yep. Right, squeaky. Yep. I didn't, Ladybug. I'm so sorry. And thank you for the compliment. I didn't know I didn't say hi to you. I thought I did. Ladybug. I bet I was flying through the chat and I didn't see your name when I was running through them. That I deserve to be yelled at. You're a ladybug. Say thank you. I get it from my mama. That's what I'm gonna say. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I usually don't wear makeup. I don't ever. Well, I do. Okay, I do wear. I'll wear mascara, and I'll wear I'll like darken my eyebrows a little bit, but not really too much. But the mascara I use is Life. It is Life. I tried to use another one and it like clumped on my eye and it was so bad and I was like, nope, not doing this again. So I bought I mean, my best friend better love me. Like when she put the assignment, the assignment was be here, be a bridesmaid. I've overdone with the assignment. Everything we've gotten is new, like new shoes, even down to like my little leggings, like things. I got a new outfit to wear for like pajama / the next morning because we're staying at a hotel. And I mean, yeah, I got a new overnight bag. Don't tell me. That's our secret. When's Amazon coming? I didn't need the overnight bag. But I got it because it was on sale. And we do go places and mine's like so stuck back somewhere. I don't even know. And they're old. Like this one was like, it was pretty cheap. It was like $25. So it wasn't like too expensive. And it came with like 2 makeup bags. So it'll be here tomorrow by 10. I even got self tanner because they're all getting spray tanned, but it's in Chillicothe and it's like an hour and a half for me. So I was like, I'll just tan myself. You'll see pics at the wedding. I'll make sure. I'm gonna make sure Vincent gets me and Vincent get pictures because there's like a spot in our hallway. I want to put 3 picture frames up and I want some good pictures of us. We have good ones. They're just old. So I want to get some new ones. So I'll make sure. I might even go live. I might even go crazy and go live. You never know. You never know. You never know with me. But I think that's all my bullhorn coverage that I have for you for tonight. Yeah, she's out of control. I don't know. She thinks that she's going to get out of all this and she's not. I mean, she's just not. And she needs to realize that she can't go and do these things to people. She just can't. Really? Tan AF? I got that Tanology or whatever it's called. So it's like clear. I've never tried it. I'm going to have Vincent put it on me. Because he gets my back and everything. He's the best at doing it. Oh, Mary Beth, we love you too. Man, I should have got that then. I'll have to try that next time. I forget what I don't have it yet. It comes tomorrow. I have like a cart over here with like all my stuff, and then I got my clothes hanging over here because I was steaming earlier. She does need to go to jail. I will. I'll take lots of pics. I'm gonna actually, I think, take my camera with me because I have a microphone. It's not even out of the box yet. I got it at Target because it was on clearance. And Vincent was like, go ahead and get it because it's like, that's a good deal. And it hooks onto my camera. And then I was just going to take my camera with me. That way I remember to take pictures. Because if I just have my phone here, like my phone's over here, I'll just set my phone down and I won't, So if I have the camera, I'll be like I'll take them more. So. Oh, Lauren, thank you. No, I feel you. I feel you. I have eczema. So like my cheeks and stuff get really red and it's terrible. And then I have scars too, like on my legs. But they're actually they're a lot better because they lasered them down for me, but they were like they would turn like purple color. She is beautiful. I saw a picture of her when she came in. Lauren is very beautiful. I like when I saw your picture, I was like, she's a pretty girl. She's really pretty. And I'm not just saying that. I really did think that. Because some people will be out telling emojis they're beautiful. It'd be funny. They do have the poor pitiful me act down. I don't know how they do it, Yvonne. I think it would just be, that would be so much pressure. Do you know? Like, I don't, I'm cool. If you guys just watch my videos and like them, I'm really cool. I actually, I have a request. So I posted a video, and it's the Idaho 4 podcast. It's part of the podcast series. This video did not get any traction. I don't know if like you guys didn't like the video or if you just didn't see that I posted it. But if you want to go over and give it a view, that would be excellent. That would be really nice. Because it, like, compared to all my videos, it has 178 views. And I almost want to delete it and republish it because my videos don't ever have that small of views. So, let me see if I can get the link. It's just the Idaho 4 podcast video. So it's like one of the newest podcasts that they came out with. I've been doing them all in like pre-recorded as well. So, oh, true crime. I know, right? Everyone's being so nice. Thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Just because last month, I mean, to be truthful with you guys, like last month, I had a lot bigger numbers because we were covering Sebastian's case so much, and that's what people wanted to see. They still want to see that, but I don't want to. I was burnt, like I need other cases, and when there's not any news, like I just usually will wait a little bit. Like I'll keep the name out there. I won't ever not keep someone's name out there, but I won't run with wild theories and stuff like that just to get the numbers, So that's why I like to do other cases. I love doing other cases on this channel, and I'm always going to continue to do other cases. We've got updates for Diddy. We've got updates for Leilani Simon to go over. We have updates in the Mamta Caffel Bat. We've got updates. So I'll be on tomorrow during the day, sometime in the afternoon, morning, afternoon, to do a live to get some of the new updates, out there for you guys. But I'm going to jump off here. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, or tomorrow afternoon sometime. So make sure that you're subscribed if you'd like to see the videos, the bell icon, make sure you have it alerted to on. And if you could please like the video, that way it'll get sent out to the algorithm. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Dogs are sleeping. Yeah, look at them. You can't see the other one. They're done. She just made a weird noise. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Tomorrow during the day. So have a good night. Bye, guys.